Welcome back to another episode of Mindustry. Today's episode, we are looking at the Windswept Islands factory, and then we'll be moving on to the next map. So, we're going to come up here to our defenses, and you'll see some different stuff. The defenses look the same as I ended the episode. I'm not pulling an overflow off of this. I'm not sure if I did that in the last episode or in between, but I decided not to in the long run. We've got glass making elsewhere. Power hasn't really changed up here, though what you did see it has changed is this power. By the way, my blueprint for the differential generator missing a second mechanical pump. It needs 2 mechanical pumps in order to operate the cryo fluid mixer efficiently. So that's what we're doing here. Looks like we're actually being powered. Which means this actually needs one more. Hate when they flash like that. So anyways, I did end up setting up an array, so we're just feeding the array full of resources, and we're not even maxing out these mines. We're very It's done very sloppily. I was really trying to avoid saying that word, but sloppily is apparently the term I'm gonna go with. We could get fit more in here, or move it up or whatever. This is fine. I mean, we're cranking out 5 to 8,000, depending on the influx apparently. And with our battery of 232,000, we're doing fine. We did tap this titanium because, like I said, we're going to tap all titaniums, like that one as well, which I think I may have done in the episode. I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to show you everything. We set up a silicon production with the coal that's right here and right here. It's down. The leftover coal actually overflows into a belt that feeds our core, so that we have coal in the core. Not that you really need coal in the core. You could technically use it for like a quick power production if you're quick about it. Like, you could place a schematic down off of your core to unload coal onto a belt and then be able to do that, for lack of a better term, to create a quick combustion generator to kick off like one of these self-powered generators, if you will. So it's an option. We did upgrade most of our mines, like these ones, to be laser drills because they drill more resources for the spaces that they take up. And then of course we did add water to every single one, or almost every single one, just in case I missed one. So that we're getting mass production out of the resources that we have. You'll see here that we got the other silicon production here. It's quite backed up. We're also tapping off this one right here to go into that line of coal. So we got 2 pretty packed lines of silicon and then a packed line of coal. I added just a little bit of lead here, sand going in, and then our mess down here. So I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna come back up here to where we were up here, and we're gonna go this way instead, so we're not overwhelming y'all. We are using scrap as filler on our belts, so you'll see in a little bit that we separate this line into all the other lines to just fill the spaces. We don't need scrap for anything offhand that I know of. It's just, again, another resource that we could be stockpiling, so we are. Over here, we've set up a production of plastinium. Oh, plastinium. Yeah, I said that right. Haha. All it takes is a bit of water and titanium. Or, well, honestly, it takes oil and titanium. But we can get oil from spores, and we can get spores from cultivators, and cultivators water. Or, well, cultivators turn water into spores, which just means we need 2 rotary pumps, and some titanium, and we make some plastic. You'll see some of them flick on, flick off. You don't need two full rotary pumps. They make like 48 in each, and you'll need 90 in total. So you're wasting like 6 water per second. But yeah, so we're turning a complete belt of titanium into plastic, and then filling it with the leftover of the 2 belts that we have in. That being said, if we move down here, we'll see what I was talking about with the scrap. We have, thank you. So we have our line of scrap going in, and I'm sorry, there are junctions. There's a good number of junctions here, but this is what we're going to be talking about. Now I gotta figure out how to cancel this. That's a horrible decision. Okay. I like you use the F button. Yeah, so our scrap's coming in, and then we're using overflows and a lot of junctions to have the scrap filling each of these belts that are going into the core. So the belts are doing as much as they can each space in the core. We also have another copper line coming in here, and then it just feeds into our other copper line that was already coming in here. So we have 2 full copper lines rather than I think this one was a little underperforming. So honestly, like, they shouldn't be, but I think there's not as many spaces under. On the far right here, we have a graphite production using the multi-press, which does take a little bit of water, just a single pump. So it's just barely not enough, but that's fine. Again, could technically switch this out for a distributor. I think it would technically work a lot better. Maybe? Maybe not. I'm really surprised you couldn't like use cryo fluid to also make these go faster. I don't like the turrets. You can only use water though, so that's a thing. Coming down here, we just have productions for more titanium, our glass, and then the resources to support that. Glass, I feel like, is easy to fill a build. Probably only, I mean, we only need three sections of glass. We don't need this 4th column. Another graphite press down here. This one was doing a little bit better, so I added a 3rd multi-press. And again, that distributor that helps get it all correct. A lot of resources going into the core. We aren't maxed on plastic, but we aren't gonna be this time around, and we don't even need it. That was our last research, by the way, I think. Still got the silicon one. So now we can do silicon crucible. The larger version, just like the multi-press for the core. Takes quite a while to build because it takes a lot of titanium actually and metaglass. And it requires pyrite and then coal and sand to make a lot of silicon. If you have the pyrite, it's well worth it. And pyrite is just lead, coal, and sand, so we would have had this resources right in here to do it for this guy. We still do technically. I think it uses just a little less coal, if not a little more. Like 1 a second each, but it produces a lot more silicon. So may even be like a half coal extra, 1 every 2 seconds, if you will. But yeah, that's our factory. We're producing a lot and pumping a lot in. What we want to do now is move on to the next map and get some new technology unlocked, because there's still a lot of potential with the islands to set up other factories. Like there's a lot of scrap here, and you can use scrap to refine into more rare metals, like thorium, which we haven't found yet, which is why I'm not producing it here. But once we do find it, we can produce thorium from scrap, and therefore have that income on this map, making the Windswept Islands one of my favorite maps for early game productions. And it's wide open, you got tons of space. Crowding yourself is your own fault. I mean, I obviously am doing that down here, but that's because I was just fitting things in as I could. But if I planned this better, like we could use a lot more of the space, because a lot of this lighter water you can build on. The whole section of the map that I haven't built anything on. Coal that's untapped. I think I was gonna originally use those for silicon production, but don't need to. Anyways, 10 minutes in, let's jump into our new maps. There's salt flats, there's tar fields. I'm not. Tar fields are actually oil technically, but go with salt flats. It's most difficult map. This map actually you want to do stained mountains first. Salt flats is a good one to do. We're gonna do stained mountains though. We don't need those. No, we're gonna do max. That's good. I guess we could also do spores. We don't have a spore production. Already out of coffee. This was not the map I was thinking it was. This is not the map I thought I was thinking it was. Alright, well, we're here now, so let's get started. Let's get copper out here and just do a double wall here and a there. So we are filtering them this way rather than this way. Expand upon this later. Do a single wall right in here, I think. Yeah. Then we're in a sorts in. I sound so sure of myself, right? This works out well, maybe. So now we have an air pocket over here. We'll need some more down here eventually, because the air units do spawn from up here when the circle's over here. The circle can also have a chance of being here. I think I prefer it here actually. And we're just gonna do a quick setup here. 20 left. It'd be good to just get some resources down. Let's do titanium, because I don't want to have to upgrade later. There's titanium on the map, so that's good too. So again, we have some resources set up already. Let's start on our economy, since that's going now. Need a little bit of waste. That's better. It's not great because we are blocking off this entire thing, but what we got, right? Here, just gonna close this. It's about what, 2? You know, not efficient in any way, but kinda just works. You know, technically works. Oh, but to there. Just go inside, tuck it in just a little bit more. Yep. It's producing just that little bit extra that we need. Alright, let's get some stuff. I think lead is like one of my least favorite resources just because of the way it spawns on maps. I find it really annoying that it spawns in these little pockets. I guess most of the stuff does though. Alright, we need to focus on some power generation. Which, I mean, we have easy solutions for, right? We have our self-power 2.5, which, let's look at some schematics for a second. This one generates, let's look at it this way. Self-power generates 330 and minus 80. This, sorry, I'm looking at stuff. This generates 660 and minus 170, which 178, which is actually less than this guy, but this one you don't technically need the rotary there. You just need like these and the one line, meaning you could tile these a lot easier than you could tile these if you don't have the most amount of space. Same number of water tiles for double the power, for a little less than double the power. Interesting. I have a lot of water tiles though, so may not be something we need to complete. Do we have other water? We have tons of water down here. We got copper, so let's just double these up real fast. Triple, I guess, because I want to double this up. to add a extra line of wherever the smallest choke point is. Titanium. So large plastinium walls protect structures from enemy projectiles, absorbs laser and electrical arcs, blocks automatic power connections. Health 2000. Is your health less than 2000? No, it's once. Oh. Technically, this ain't bad. Beautiful. We should also get this other air set up so we don't have to worry about it. These guys will need to be upgraded pretty quickly here. We have graphite, lead, iron. We should probably get titanium coming in. We're gonna try and make our silicon last, at least for now. You know what? Let's do some of this first. Let's just do like here, here, there, and yonder. No phone. Shut up. No. Love when spam calls you back a second time. Like, I didn't want to talk to you the first time. So now we really should be set on air defense. Though we may eventually want to turn that into glass. It'll be fine for now. We have a bit of this stuff over here, but let's get power set up real fast. Let's hurting a little bit, but that's fine. Actually, can you be there? Can you like here? Like there and a combustion generator each. Let's do a quick battery here. And right. Now we go over and then we go down this way. Yeah. And then I do cut over. Down here we can start doing some self-powers. Just kind of tucking everything in as close as possible. That has killed our copper supply. Ah, the very first one. Fantastic. There we go. That's good timing to see that. Okay, and then where can we put the mending projector? Put it like back here. It's good to know. You only have 30 seconds, so if you could build a little faster, that'd be awesome. I do worry that this might go off health and not blocks. I always thought it went off blocks, which is why, you know, as long as you have multiple walls up, you're good. It may just go off health though. So if we check this out, 2 of these is what, 240, 2500 we'll call it. This is 17, so 25 and 17. Math in a video is amazing. That's like 43 if I'm doing things correctly. This is still only 4,000. Should be good if it is on health. Right now, let's just copy this guy over. Just clean that right up. Okay, now that we have some power, let's go and think about what we can do to get more power. Kind of hard to see anything on this map. Is that a lead patch? No. There's a lead patch. Why am I not seeing that as clearly? Lead. Nice. Interesting. Lead, sand. Coal's the other one. I was trying to think of where we could do like a cryo or a differential generator. Actually, I think there's a spot down here. So there's this, and I think you have to like, no, there's this over here. There's that, and there's that. Okay, so we could do it here. So stupid. Yeah. just like that, I guess. I did accidentally just delete that block. That's fine. And then copy you and flip it here. Need to. Maybe we do that instead. I don't know if with all of the miners, if this actually is a productive line or not. Maybe we'll cut it and then see. Just bring it up. It's staying up there. So now if I cut this. Oh yeah, it's doing like 1,000 by itself. Yeah, okay. Great. Kinda worried about our defenses up here now. Not gonna lie, it looks not great. Under 2. We also could take this back a little. Salvo. Getting here, which means we just need the fluid up here and here. Get that in. Need you. Get graphite going over here. That also requires water. It's good to know. The cryo fluid only requires 12. So if we did a rotary pump here, we could supply both of our efforts, I think. For graphite and for the other thing. You know, guys, the other one. So we have here, which again we could supply with water. And then we have the factory to make the cryogeny. This could technically be this. Oh, but you need power down here. So diverting that. Make, I guess, a couple of power things here. are making water. Titanium. That is titanium. You need to actually, like... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Huh. Need a one-way into the cryo. Having the router makes the router backfill. Alright, so then we're gonna just come over here. So... these guys are off. Alright, we're gonna move this back a little. We want 3, and then a pipe row, and then one there. 2, 2. We're gonna actually make one of these forward a bit more. Actually, there. Just like... yeah, that worked. Get some distributors in here. Faster that way. Have you even come up and then over. And that way we can have more. Behind it, I was sort of thinking of the rifle, which is like our larger artillery. It can cover a pretty massive area. If we... Not the thing I meant to grab. That is healing everything. I just don't know how well it's healing everything. You set you back one. Oh, one more. And I know this is copper right now. We'll change it to graphite here in a second. It's our next do item. We also want this here and go back this way. Well, no, we won't grab that guy. Whoa. Self. Just gonna fill in the gaps with the proper color here. Oh good, you're gonna move the other way now, huh? Hate you guys. The worst. Yeah, I think that one would get destroyed. But they can't go through the so I think it's fine. I thought this was the map that was supposed to be like the precursor, try and think of what to say. Yeah, the precursor to the other one. The maps that are like base attacks. Unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, they're going the right way now. Awesome. Now what we can do is just sort of cut this line for a second. Just drain the copper out of here. Oh, was there more? Do have a bunch of plastic, so why don't we put it to use? Let's get started with the next wave. I don't think at this point we really need to wait on the waves, except for the graphite to back up. Some metaglass would be good for over here. Still don't think we really need to. Last playthrough of this map, the air was trying to go this way because of my power generation way south of here. It looks like they want the liquids and the ammo production, I guess. See, so we're not doing enough damage. We don't want to do it up here because it's a lot of stuff. So let's get 3 of them here. Just start cranking it upwards. Now you can come this way and then in and all the way this way. Let's shrink it down first. enough space, dude. I meant to clear. That'll work. Oh. Lots of spam calls apparently. And same thing. Is it? Okay. We're actually gonna just clear this. Drew, can you? Yeah, stop that one. Yep. Time. Thank you. Kinda like so. You can't do them perfectly aligned because then you would have to use a router to split it between the two distributors. Alright. All good on all fronts. That's instantly being destroyed, which is fantastic. Could go with another set of these. How you train Cryo-fluid. Singular battery. We should probably also get a vendor up here just to have. Checking that stuff, I guess. Again, this was not the map that I was thinking about, and I'm actually now on a time constraint. So if we can, you know, make this go faster, that'd be great. Gonna be. shield technology. For some reason I have a memory of there being shield technology in this game. I just haven't come across it since I started playing again. Really very questionable. Just slow down. Surprised they don't get more hurt by planes crashing into them. And we get on the health here, and there we go. Let's launch this Guardian. I hope. And sector cleared. Is there new content? There is new content. Map. Was there new content of search? No, we got nothing from this. What place did we get? Extraction outpost. Fungal pass. I think it's fungal pass that I was trying to think of. But really, the salt flats is of course what we're after. The other thing I want to do real fast is changing the icon to a star. That way, know where we're at. And look at that, all of our resources are at 9K. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. And until next time, take care. Bye.